Hello.
Hello, welcome in. We'll get started in just a bit. All right, I believe we're going to get started. Um, Welcome, everyone. I'm so excited to be moderating this session. In this discussion, we'll be addressing the nuances of AI and technology and how it can be used as a tool for diplomacy, forming connections, and facilitating change. As many of us know, based on the news, the current world atmosphere, and broader discussions overall, AI and technology and the advantages and disadvantages are particularly relevant aspects of the technological, professional, and diplomatic spheres today, and the world at large. So, I'm thrilled to welcome our distinguished speakers, all who have experience with AI and technology in their professional and advocacy initiatives. And I'd like to give the speakers a chance to introduce themselves and discuss their work before we jump into some questions to learn more about the role that AI and technology plays in what you do. So, Aisula, if you'd like to start. One moment. Technical difficulties. Aisulu, or wait. Okay, and if our speakers could turn on their cameras, if possible, the feed will not. We will not be able to see you if you do not have your cameras on. You won't be on the feed. But I believe Aisulu, one of our speakers, is having some technical difficulties. So while she gets those sorted out, would our other speakers like to speak up, introduce themselves, tell us a little bit about their work?
I think I could go. Can everybody hear me all right?
Yes, we can hear you. Is it possible for you to turn on your camera?
I'm also getting a bit of technical difficulties. I'm having a hard time turning my camera on, so I don't know if I can do it right now.
Okay,
I'll try. Yes.
that's fine. If you're able to, that would be fantastic. But if not, we can manage. But go for it. Introduce yourself. Thank you.
Yeah, so my name is Gene Peck. I'm a co-founder of Youth for Privacy. As the name states, we're a collection and a network of young people, students, professionals who care deeply about data privacy. So we do a lot of advocacy work at the United Nations, focusing on data privacy and cybersecurity regulations. So excited to be here.
We're so glad to have you. Thank you for joining. Aisulu, would you like to introduce yourself and tell us a little bit about your work?
Hello everyone, my name is Islo. I'm from Almaty, Kazakhstan. I'm the co-founder of Cancer Combat, an app that supports colorectal cancer patients through digital tools, AI, education, and psychological guidance. Right now, I'm serving as a Technovation Girls student ambassador also, and I'm super excited to be here and share my experience with you today.
Wonderful. Thank you for joining. We can jump into our questions now. So I'd just love to hear a little bit more about how AI and technology plays a role in your efforts to foster diplomacy, build connections, or create change.
So AI and technology are developing very rapidly nowadays, especially among young people. Today, many students are creating startups and initiatives that aim to solve global problems, and a lot of these projects align with UN Sustainable Development Goals. Because of technology, young people constantly meet each other through international events, online platforms, competitions, and hackathons. These spaces allow us to network, exchange ideas, and build long-term collaborations. Personally, through these technology-driven environments, I have met many people with different backgrounds from different cultures, and these connections help me not only professionally but also personally. They change the way I see global issues. Technology, in this sense, becomes a form of modern diplomacy because it helps young people understand each other and work together across borders.
Wonderful. Thank you so much. That's a very insightful answer. And it's great to hear more about how AI and technology factors into what you do. June, what about you? How does AI and tech relate to your efforts to either foster diplomacy or connections or create change?
Hello all. I think that for us, AI and technology is the topic of our organization's mission. As I said before, we're a group of young people who care deeply about data privacy. And when it comes to AI specifically, there are a lot of data privacy concerns and dimensions on artificial intelligence. For example, whenever you use apps like ChatGPT or Gemini, uh, a lot of people have default settings on where they will allow those kind of companies to use your chat information and a lot of other data you give to them as part of their more training data. And would you be okay if OpenAI were to use your personal data so that they could train a better model? Some people might say yes, and some people might say no. And instead of using it as a default setting, as part of educational efforts, we actually go through with each of our users to make sure that they can make an informed choice on whether or not they want their data to be trained. So when it comes to AI, data privacy definitely plays a big role. And especially in a lot of conversations around data privacy at the UN and other multilateral forums, there are a lot of young voices in those conversations when a lot of young people are the ones using those tools. So part of our mission is to bring young people's voices to those conversations.
Wonderful. Thank you. I appreciate how you touched on the fact that what different people might be okay with depends on their personal views. And that actually is a great segue into my next question, because I'd love to hear a little bit more about your or both of your individual perspectives on like what the biggest opportunities AI and technology can present in diplomacy and in the international sphere and what the biggest threats are. Because I know, June, you mentioned some of the concerns associated with it, and I'd like to dive deeper into that. June, we can start with you, and then we can move to Isulu.
Yeah, I think that it really is a complicated situation right now when it comes to diplomacy. Uh, I think that as is the case in any kind of uh, framework, diplomacy is a bit behind when it comes to technological regulations and technological diplomacy. So a lot of diplomats, a lot of diplomatic organizations, and a lot of multilateral organizations are playing catch up to seeing what are the latest technological trends and having those kind of conversations. Yet then when they have those kind of conversations, they're already behind on what other tech companies or other tech organizations are doing. So it always is a bit difficult when you want to have these kind of conversations on, for example, what might be the responsible behavior of governments when it comes to cybersecurity or when it comes to data privacy, when those fundamental technologies are being changed as they speak. So a lot of diplomatic organizations, a lot of governments and their state of foreign affairs, departments of foreign affairs want to recruit technologists who also have interest or background in diplomacy because they need diplomats with technological and AI expertise. So if you are a young person right now who want to get involved in diplomacy and also have a really good scientific or technological background, now will be the best time to get involved in it because they need you right now. They need your talents.
Absolutely. I think that's a fantastic call to action to encourage young people to get involved, especially in the policy sphere related to these tech developments, since they're so new and it sounds like it's hard for governments and to other and for other organizational bodies to stay like up to date with what's happening. Isulu, what do you think? What are the biggest opportunities that AI present or AI and technology present, and what are some of the biggest concerns?
So the biggest opportunity AI presents for our generation is access. We have access to powerful tools, global markets, and knowledge, which allows young people to turn their modern technology, creating and scaling a project like this, like I've mentioned before, my projects at a young age would be extremely difficult. And at the same time, the biggest threat is misuse and inequality. Not everyone has equal access to AI. And when it is used irresponsibly, it can spread misinformation, reinforce bias, or anything like this. And this is why ethical awareness or and responsibility are just as important as innovations.
Absolutely. Thank you. It's wonderful to hear more about the work that you've been doing, especially considering that you are a teen yourself. I think it's very valuable to hear that teens can use these tools for change, and to make a difference in what their initiatives are. This translates into my next question, about how we can ensure that youth are empowered as creators and shapers of ethical AI and technology instead of just as consumers of technology designed by others. Since, as Isulu, your experience has have shown that it can be a very relevant tool for use. But I think it's also important to consider like how we can empower these young people to truly use it to the best of its capabilities. Isulu, if you'd like to start off, and then we can move to June.
Uh, so we can make sure AI is fair and helpful by including young people and people from communities that are affected.
Isulu, I hate to interrupt, but I think you might be having some technical difficulties. It does seem like her video is loading. While
Yeah,
she
yeah,
go
I
ahead.
don't, yeah, I don't see her as well.
Okay. Can you hear us now, Isulu?
Yes.
Okay, wonderful. I think you were cutting in and out for a little bit. So could you repeat what you were saying about how to empower
Oh,
youth
sorry.
as effective technology users? Thank you.
Okay, so we can make sure AI is fair and helpful by including many different voices when it is created, especially young people and people from communities that are affected by technology. People should understand how AI works and what it does. So humans should always check AI, especially in areas like healthcare, education, and diplomacy. Uh, Countries and organizations know AI helps people and brings them together instead of causing any problems.
Okay. Sorry. Can you hear me?
Hello?
Hello. Sorry. Can you hear me now?
Yeah, I can hear you. Yeah, I was cut
I
off for a
apologize.
little bit.
I have technical difficulties on my end as well. This is fitting for a session on technology. But let's continue. Sorry, Isulu, what were you saying about youth empowerment?
Okay, so I believe that we can make sure AI is fair and helpful by including many different voices when it is created, especially young people and people from communities that are affected by technology itself. People should understand how AI works and what it does. Humans should always check AI, especially in diplomacy, education, and healthcare, as I've mentioned before. And countries and organizations should also work together to set clear rules so AI helps people and brings them together instead of causing any problems.
Absolutely. I think that's a great point, for sure. And then to add on to that, as like related to some of the concerns related to AI, how can we ensure that the development and deployment of AI and technology respects human rights and promotes social justice and diplomacy when we know that it can have biases or be misleading or can promote essentially things that we don't want to be promoting. So overall, how can it contribute to social justice, diplomacy, and human rights without straying from the ideals that it with the ideals that it should be beneficial? Hi, Sulu, we can start with you and then move to June.
So, yes, empowerment starts with education and access. Young people need opportunities to learn not only how to use AI, but how it works and how it can be applied ethically. And we also need some platforms that trust young people with responsibility and allow them to lead real projects that make impact. When youths are given the right tools, mentorship, and a voice in decision making, they can actively shape technology with empathy and purpose.
Absolutely, that makes a lot of sense. June, what would you recommend as well?
I think when it comes to ethical and responsible AI, that reflects not only great technical achievements, but also reflects human values and in your cultural values. I think that young people needs to be part of that process in its development from the very start. Uh, a lot of AI development process relies on scraping data from internet and then training those data to create these latest models. I think that as young people, they definitely need to be part of the seat at the table in terms of not only developing, but also making sure that those AI systems are tested and reflective of the values of not only young people, but people around the entire society. So one of the things that Youth with Privacy has been trying to do is to not only educate people on how to use AI, but also empower them on how to host their own AI models in their local communities, like they're on the local libraries and or in their classrooms, so that they could have their own data governance structure when it comes to AI, and then determine what kind of values they want to instill in their local AI initiatives. So, and this also ties with the previous question of how do we make sure that they're not just users of AI, because true value of AI not only lies in using AI, but also deploying AI and hosting your own AI models so that you could set up your own data privacy regulations or set up a data privacy regulation among your own society, among your own community. And I think that community-led AI model is the more grassroots, more locally sensitive, more locally and culturally aware version of AI that would be more reflective of our values.
Yeah, for sure. I especially appreciate what you had to say about incorporating youth's voices in from the beginning, and how it takes a variety of actors as well to ensure that AI is used in an effective and ethical manner. Branching off have or what do you think are the most important actors in either regulating AI and technology or like shaping policy related to it? Like who should we be looking to set like policies, guidelines, ethical use standards for these programs? June, we can start with you.
I think when it comes to AI, because it is such a hot thing right now, every organization wants a piece of the action. So you could start from your big tech companies who develop these state-of-the-art, the latest AI models, to government regulators, to think tanks, and all these different organizations that want to play a part in regulating AI. For example, in the UN system, there are different organizations, each responsible for regulating AI. So in the UN system, there is the International Telecommunications Union, which is their body when it comes to technological standards. There's the Office of uh, Digital and Emerging Technologies. That's a newly formed organization within the UN Secretariat focusing on emerging technologies. There's UN Office of Disarmament Affairs, where there's a lot of conversations on military AI. So even in the UN system, you see that there are different pockets of conversations happening in different organizations and offices. Uh, you could view this as inefficiency. I actually view it as a lot of places where young people could get involved in various advocacy methods. For example, if you care about responsible AI in the military, then UN Office of Disarmament Affairs is a place where you can do a lot of advocacy work. If you think about AI for good or AI deployment um, in development context, maybe UN Development Program could be the one, right, could be the platform that you could do on. So depending on your specific area of interest, uh, because a lot of these UN organizations want and incorporate youth voices, you could do those kind of advocacy work at different places depending on what you're interested in.
That's a great point. I think that finding unique avenues to promote the efforts and the causes that you're passionate about, that's a great piece of advice for young leaders looking to make a difference. And I think it highlights the fact that there are a lot of avenues out there that might serve as a route to change, to improvements, to policy changes that might not readily come to mind when thinking about like how change can be enacted. So definitely like looking for all the opportunities and options and doing what you can to promote your voice in all the spaces you are in is a great suggestion regarding what actors to look for and how young people can play a role in shaping the changes. Isulu, what do you think?
The main actors in AI are governments, international organizations, and tech companies. YAS can contribute by learning, creating projects, joining some advi- advisory boards, and sharing ideas mostly. Even without making policy, young people can influence AI by bringing new perspectives, creativity, and awareness of social projects and impact.
Absolutely. Those are great suggestions. And then as a final question, as kind of a segue from what we were just discussing, if you had advice for others seeking to utilize AI and technology ethically and effectively to enact their initiatives, what tips would you give, given that you both have a wealth of experience in being a young person and using technology to drive your initiatives forward? Isulu, we can start with you.
So my first advice is to start with purpose. Focus on the problem you want to solve and the people you want to help, not just the technology. Technology should be a tool and not the goal. And second is think about ethics from the beginning. Ask yourself who might benefit and who could be harmed, and make sure your solutions are fair, inclusive, and respectful. Third, collaboration is the main key. Work with peers, mentors, and communities affected by your project. Sharing ideas makes your solution stronger and more responsible. And finally, stay curious and adaptable. Technology changes fast, like probably every day, so keep learning and improving. With purpose, ethics, collaboration, and curiosity, you can use AI and technology not uh, to make real and positive impact.
Tips. Thank you. June, what would you add?
I would add, start having a conversation about how your organization or your group of friends or your student club wants to use AI. One example is that when it comes to club applications, a lot of school clubs have these applications where if you want to join a new club, maybe you have to fill out a form, which could be quite detailed or have a lot of personal information about. Uh, does your club want to use AI when it comes to evaluating candidates? Maybe yes, maybe no. And I think that differs based on maybe the amount of applicants you have, uh, your capabilities, and your bandwidth to review all these applications. So there's a lot of factors that come into that. So be honest about, have an honest conversation among your club community members, or maybe among applicants on whether or not you'll use AI to judge or decision the application. Um, because being honest with your use of AI to other people within your community, and I think that's a very good place to get started on conversations on when might be acceptable to use AI and when it might not be. I personally think that when it comes to club applications, I think that you should not use AI, and then maybe you should you should try to read every one of them to make sure that you have a very good understanding, because some of these AI systems might have biases. So yeah, but that's definitely a conversation that you and your community needs to have.
That's great insight. Thank you both. I think that definitely, having these conversations, connecting with others who might be interested or others you can collaborate with, and having respect and dialogue and just general discussions about how these tools can be used, how they can be effectively implemented. I think all of those things are so important, and that's part of why I'm so glad that you both are here to discuss here at GTLS, because you have the experience to back up this advice, and you are young people who have had the opportunities to utilize these tools. And it's so valuable to hear your insights in how it can be best used in different forms of diplomacy, creating change, creating dialogue and such. So I've really enjoyed hearing from both of you. At this point, I think we can open it up to some questions from our audience, both in person and online. If anyone has any questions, comments, You can raise your hand in person or you can put it in the chat online, and we can ask them to June and Isulu to have them addressed by these experts. It can also be put into the StreamYard chat as well if you're watching via that. If there are no questions, I can, or while we are waiting for questions, I can ask another question that sort of ties back to something that we were discussing earlier about some of the concerns related to AI. We just wrapped up a workshop about the environment, and I am aware of the fact that AI and technology can have detrimental impacts on the environment, on people who may not or who have historically been marginalized. It doesn't necessarily benefit their communities. I was wondering how you all would recommend addressing some of those issues and contentious aspects of technology development, in recognizing that it can be both a positive and negative tool. Whichever speaker would like to address this first, feel free.
Yeah, that the environment effects of AI is definitely a thing that we try to think about. I think that there are a lot of most of the harms of AI when it comes to environment comes from the creation of data centers, the mining for rare earth materials to power the next generations of chips, and various data centers, for example, which needs a lot of water and needs a lot of electricity. So when it comes to the climate impact of AI, there's a very, very long trail of effects. And I think fundamentally, I think there's two ways you could try to at least minimize your environmental effects of using AI. First is to use it judiciously and wisely when you would need that. ChatGPT, whenever you use ChatGPT and Gemini, all the kind of stuff, be cognizant that these are very expensive computations. They're very expensive operations, so maybe use it when you really need to, and try to minimize the use of it. And number two is that instead of using ChatGPT or Gemini, which are more expensive, there are other more open source AI models which are more efficient. So that's a good thing that you can try to look at instead of using GPT or Gemini. Uh, Facebook has a thing called Llama, so that's a good thing you can try to use if you're interested. So there's a lot of more uh, AI models which are less energy intensive. So those are the options that you can also try to use.
That's great insight. As someone who is generally concerned about the environmental risks of AI, it's so valuable to hear that there can be alternatives or strategies to mitigate the environmental effects to be able to most effectively take advantage of AI and the opportunities that it can lend while also being cognizant of the effects that it can have. Isulu, what do you think?
Actually, I totally agree, and I had some connection problems, so I didn't hear most of the conversation. But yeah, I believe that environment, how to say, AI can make a real big impact to solve environmental issues, and people are responsible by using it.
Yes, these are great insights, and I think that this session has really effectively highlighted all of or many of the both potential aspects of AI and the potential detrimental aspects of AI and technology. But it's been so wonderful to hear from both of you, learn more about your work and your insights and advice regarding how AI and diplomacy can be intertwined, how technology can relate to the international sphere, building connections, and can be used as a tool for positive change, despite some of the potential drawbacks that just require solutions to addressing those problems. But I will pass it over to both of you if you have any final concluding remarks regarding AI, technology, diplomacy, GTLS, your work as a whole. And yeah, any concluding thoughts? June, we can start with you.
Yeah, I just want to thank GTLS for making this session happen. I think that especially for young people, when it comes to AI and diplomacy, you could do a lot of work ahead. And if you're interested in this field and want to make an impact in this field, check out relevant initiatives. There's a lot if you're interested. And really want to thank GTLS for making this happen. It was a very great conversation and really appreciated it. And if you're interested,
We
join
very
Youth in
much
Privacy as well.
Of course, yes. Yeah, Youth in Privacy seems like a wonderful organization, and we very much value your contributions to GTLS and to this conversation as a whole. Isulu, any concluding thoughts?
So I really liked this conversation, hearing insights from June and comments by you were really inspiring, and I just loved it. So thank you very much. It is very important for me.
Thank you. Yes, we very much value your input and your experiences, especially as a youth advocate and someone working with technology to make change. Overall, this concludes this session. We appreciate your contributions, and we hope that everyone joining from in person and online enjoyed the session, learned more about the possibilities related to AI and technology. Thank you so much for joining.
Thank you.
Thank you. Have a good day.
You too.
There's usually 7 people that come up, and everyone closes their eyes except for the 7 people that are up here and put their thumbs up. So the 7 people will then go out into the audience and then put down their thumb. And if your thumb is put down, when I say heads up, the people will stand up who are picked and then would have to guess who picked them from the people.
Wait, how does that?
Yeah.
So basically, you put your head down, right? And then like you put your thumb up.
Or you could do less than 7 people.
Yeah, I would say.
Yeah, because everyone's gonna squeeze together, so assuming that's the main.
Okay.
I think it was fun.
Volunteers.
Okay, we have, let's do 5.
I go 5 so much.
Should we do like 2 sessions? It's gonna take a long time. We can do
No,
4
it's
and 4.
relatively
Okay, then
quick, yeah.
let's do 4 and then we can, if we have time, we can do another round.
Okay.
Okay, so come up, you guys first. Then yeah.
Oh, I see. And then do they sit back down once like?
No, we stay standing up. You'll figure it out.
Oh, until the last man standing?
No, there's no competition aspect to it.
You have to guess them.
Alright, so it's like this, right? For example, let's say that you put your thumb up and I pick you. If you don't guess me, then I win, but if you guess me, you win.
Oh, I see. I guess. Oh, I see. Oh, I see. Guess the man.
Okay. Cheese.
I'm guessing.
Okay. Everyone heads down, thumbs up.
Don't let her be cheating. It's not fun. Okay, start.
Yeah, start.
That's everyone, I think, right? Who got picked?
You guys can stand up. So,
I should start like this.
yeah, go all the way back and then go.
Who do you think picked you?
Wow.
So then, if you guess, then you replace them.
Yeah.
I'm gonna think it's you.
Like, do I reveal it or no?
No, don't reveal it yet, because if you reveal it, then
Process of elimination just made the odds favorable.
Who got picked?
Did you pick
You
me?
pick me? Yeah. Okay, well, we can't tell you till the end.
I don't know. Yeah, the rules are broken.
I'm sorry,
I'm not sure what happened.
Yeah.
They just want to get rid of each other.
Oh wait, you're still singing. That's 5 people in total. There's only 4 of us.
Who picked an extra person?
Someone pick first.
Wait, don't say. Oh my god. You picked an extra person?
Why are you assuming?
Carrie's not doing that.
No, you kind of cough on.
Yeah, like. Okay. Did you guess? Yeah, you guessed.
I think you. Me? Yeah, I think it's you.
And then you're the last person?
No, he already. She
Oh,
gets
she
me.
guessed, so everybody guessed?
So can we reveal who?
Yes, now reveal.
Alright, you can start first.
I picked her.
Oh my god.
Oh, damn.
Alright. Actually, no. How about her? Cause she you didn't pick 2 people or 1.
No, I didn't.
Oh, you did it now.
Yes.
You picked 2 people. Which 2?
Oh, so how do you, okay.
Alright.
Do you guys want to rock, paper, scissors and see who's gonna go up?
No,
She can vote.
no, they can go, they can go.
Who'd you pick?
I picked, you.
Yeah, I picked the gentleman in the back.
Wow.
So you're picking now.
Let me play music.
Do we start?
Yeah, sure.
Okay, see.
Every game, right?
No cheating.
Oh my god.
Alright, you guys may stand up. Not stand up, sorry. You guys put your hands up. Alright, who wants to pick?
Again?
Okay, I'll 5 this time.
Again?
I'll 5.
5? Oh.
Alright, from the back. And O, start. Who do you think?
Clockwise.
Wait. Wait, I think it's either one. I think it's you.
One guess, one guess.
She said her. You said her?
Yeah.
Alright.
I don't know. I need
Alright.
So nobody guessed it?
I guarantee you what. Alright, reveal who you picked.
Oh, okay, yay.
I picked one.
picked you.
Oh my
I
god.
pick you.
Oh hell no.
I haven't been found out yet.
Somebody's
How
gonna
long
find
is
you.
this going to take? How long is this going to take?
Forever.
There's been 3 rounds that's done already. So
Two. Do one more.
two. My apologies. 2 on the 3rd round right now.
Alright, okay.
Let's just keep going anyway. It's not really-
We have like 5 minutes.
I'll do 5. 5 rounds. I mean, few rounds.
Do a couple more. See how you vibing. Right? Keep going.
All right.
I go to
Put your
sleep.
hands down, everyone.
Let's go hands down.
Nighty night.
Okay.
Action.
I hear everybody avoiding my phone. What, is that a touch? Is that thumbs down?
Yeah. All right, put your heads up, everyone. Stand up if you're okay.
Hell, man.
Multiple people touch my phone.
All right, Shane, we start us off.
I think it's time.
Look like somebody who would hit my thumb down.
Don't comment.
Yeah.
Me?
Yeah.
No, we didn't start with this.
Oh, okay. Got it right.
Oh, is it?
I think
Good job.
And you were correct.
Oh wow! Everybody won.
Everyone won?
Yeah.
Yeah.
We're
Does anyone else want to volunteer to go on there?
I mean,
I'll
people that
volunteer.
one can go, or yeah.
Wait, one? Who hasn't gone yet?
We have
I'm
3
ready.
minutes, so you can do another
Yeah,
round.
we will start.
Excuse me.
Who hasn't gone yet?
Yeah,
Go, go, yeah, go.
you guys
One
want
more?
one more person? Justice with me?
You wanna go?
You wanna go? Go for it.
Just,
1, 2,
Are
3.
you sure you don't want to play?
No.
Okay.
I'm just watching.
heads down.
Heads down, everyone.
Heads down.
Nighty night.
That's it. We're not playing?
I thought one should be
Night,
touched. Okay, look at this thumb.
Alright, then you can put our heads up now.
Where's the fourth one?
Oh, okay.
Okay. Start from the back. What do you think?
I think it's you.
Me? Oh, okay. What about you?
I picked you.
Me again?
Yeah.
Okay, who do you?
Okay, everybody
review.
what?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Review.
Let's start that side.
I'll pick you. Yeah. Who do you? I showed you. Yeah. That's you.
We got one more time? Yeah.
Everyone won?
Why don't you guys do it?
Oh, that's so cute. Oh my god, I'm scared. Okay. You know what? Let me just try it. I've never played this.
Okay, so
Oh, yeah,
One more round.
so who won the last round? You
I
won?
did. Oh, let me say something.
Yeah, if you won, then you're up here. Okay. Oh, you want to play? Yeah.
Yeah.
You guys play. You kids play.
Alright. Okay, put your heads down. You too. You too?
He's modern.
Yo, you cheat. Yeah, dude.
Don't cheat.
Alright, you put your hands up. Alright, who chose it? Alright. Oh, it's the same people. Interesting. Oh, okay. Sorry for the bad. Him? Okay. Who do you choose? Who do you think?
Him.
Him?
Yeah.
Okay. And who do you think? Okay. 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 It's gonna be good now.
Oh, you think okay.
I chose you. No, you. Yeah. Yeah. You.
Joking again.
Alright. So who won now?
Did everyone guess right? Nobody guessed right?
No, I think someone guessed right. She did. You guessed right, right?
No.
Oh, okay.
Oh,
No,
okay,
you-
then you
Can
guys.
everyone keep this?
Okay.
Are we done?
Yeah, we
I think
did.
so, yeah.
Yeah, let's hide out.
Our music time? Okay, alright. Guys, we are gonna start our last panel of day one. Okay. So, our last panel of the day is unfunded, unseen, unsupported, the reality of African team change makers. And our amazing organizing team members directly will lead the session, and it's gonna be an online session. So we will do the same thing. If you have any questions, feel free to ask for anything, and we will start shortly.